welcome to the second online meeting for the Erasmus Plus. We want a better future. As everybody knows, we are recording the meeting, so it will be posted on the eTwinning page and on our website. We are the Spanish team, and we would like to welcome the Turkish, the Romanian, the Polish, and the Italian team. So if you want to say hello.
Hello.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
And we are sorry that the headmaster cannot join us because he's in a meeting outside Aguilas, and he told us to say hello to you and to apologize for not being able to be here. And well, this time is the Turkish team, the one who starts. So if you are ready,
yes, we are ready.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. So welcome everyone. I am Irem, and I am the contact person of the We Want a Better Future project from Turkey. And today for the second online meeting, my students Ece, Irmak, and Mil, they are going to present some personal precautions that we can do to reduce environmental problems at home or maybe anywhere that you are. So I hope we will manage to save our planet for the future, and so we will have a better future together.
Everyone, I'm Ecenas Hoştan, and I'm from Turkey, Izmir, and I study in Bornova Anatolian High School. And today we're going to talk about what to do to reduce environmental problems. So let's begin. Environmental pollution. Clean environment and reduction in pollution will improve health of the population. Protecting the environment and reducing the trash will reduce health hazards. Man's activities through urbanization, industrialization, mining, and exploration are at the forefront of global environmental pollution. Environmental pollution includes global warming, plastic pollution, and food waste. Now, Neil going to talk about global warming. Global warming is an aspect of climate change referring to the long-term rise of the planet's temperatures. It's caused by increased concentrations of greenhouse gases in the atmosphere, mainly from human activities such as burning fossil fuels, deforestation, and farming. So what to do? If you even recycle half of the waste products at home, you can save up to 2,000 pounds of carbon dioxide every year. Drive less, plant trees, switch to renewable energy, use energy efficient devices, use electric or hand-powered lawn care equipment, turn off electronics devices, spread awareness. Use less hot water. Do you know you can save 5 pounds of carbon dioxide per year if you switch to cold showers and stop using hot water to wash clothes? Try installing energy efficient devices that consumes less energy.
Hi, I'm Irmak, and I'm going to tell you something about plastic pollution. Plastic is used across almost every sector, including packaging in building and construction, in textiles, consumer products, transportation, electrical and electronic, and industrial machinery. And what are the qualities of plastic? It is light, tough, and easily shaped. And things which are made of plastic is bakelite, PVC, acrylic, nylon, and even coffee carton glasses. And I'm going to give you some little info about the little version of plastics. Mostly they're made of plastics which are destroyed by exposing UV lights. They're microplastics. They're smaller than 5 millimeters, and they're used in cosmetics and toothpaste. So let's talk about some scientific facts. Since 1907, 8.3 billion of tons of plastic have been produced. It has been 6.3 billion of tons of waste since 1907, and only 335 million of plastic was produced in 2016. 40% of The plastics used is for packaging. Each year, nearly 8 million tons of plastics are thrown away to the oceans, and at least 2,267 different species have been affected by plastic pollution in the ocean. 51 trillions of pieces of microplastics are in the ocean right now, and 93% of people have microplastics in their urines. So what have we done with 6.3 billions of plastic? We're recycling the 9% and we're burning the 12%, and 79% of it's still staying. So what can we do for it? Instead of coffee cups, we can drink our coffees from a reusable cup. So we can avoid buying clothes made with plastic for our clothing. So we can switch to plastic-free chewing gums, and we can carry reusable shopping bags for tea bags. We can steer clear of plastic straws and avoid bottled water. We can shop at a farmer's market and swap our bottles for bars for the paper or cardboard food and drink packaging. And we shouldn't use disposable wipes, and we can stop smoking or at least use a refillable lighter for the cigarette packages.
And the last one, food waste. Top 5 ways to cut down on food waste. Don't overbuy. Keep track of what you bought and used. Rob suggests taking a selfie, a photo of your fridge and cupboards to remind you of what is there. Check the use-by dates of fresh food when you buy it. These are the days to take notice of rather than the best before dates. Only buy what you can use before it expires. Plan ahead. Think about what you're going to cook and how you'll use the leftovers. Get to know your grocer. They will have plenty of advice on how to use up leftover vegetables. Love your freezer. Use your weekends to batch cook and freeze. There are plenty of freezing tips in our guide. And now we have a game for you. Irmak will share with us right now.
Yes, we present the game for you. It's a Kahoot game, and you're gonna enter the pin, which is going to be here.
Okay, I think it's enough. Irmak, you may start, darling.
Okay, I'm starting it.
Okay, congratulations. Who are they? Paula, yes, I'm Sim, and Luis Spain. Okay, congratulations.
Yes, thank you for listening us. That was our presentation.
Okay, my school director would like to say hello for the at the end of the presentations. Let me share it with you just a moment. Okay, bağlıyorum müdür bey, buyurun.
Merhaba arkadaşlar.
Hi everyone.
Nasılsınız?
I hope you are all well.
Herkese sağlıklı günler diliyorum.
I hope you are all well and healthy in your countries.
Böyle önemli bir konu üzerinde zaman ayırıp değerlendirmeler yapmanız, konuda fikirlerinizi beyan etmeniz gelecek adına çok sevindirici.
The topic is so nice and for a better future. So I would like to thank you for all of you.
Evet, sizleri tekrar gördüğüme çok memnun oldum. Başarılar diliyorum.
Okay, it's nice to see you again and have a nice and healthy days for the next days.
Teşekkür ederim.
Okay, thank you. Teşekkürler müdür bey. Okay, so this is the end of our presentations. Okay, thank you for all of you.
Thank you.
Okay, now is the Spanish team time, and they are going to introduce themselves and start. So, Juan Antonio, please start presenting.
Good morning to everyone. We are Ariane and Dalia. I'm going to talk about how to solve the plastic pollution problem. How to solve the problem of plastic? Recycling. Recycling is a way by which we can reduce the weight of plastic. Recycling is a useful way to help the world so that there is not so much pollution. The plastic is thrown into the yellow container, and before doing so, we must classify it in color and by its class composition. After having them classified, in this way, the labels that plastic container are removed, and finally, when they are in the container, they are subject to the heat and molding process to make new plastic containers. Plastic collection, there is more help on this topic lately, but what is needed is people who volunteer to help do it. Anti-plastic days have been held to gradually improve this problem. For example, in the secondary school, the collection of plastic has been carried out on our coast, and quite a few kilos of plastic have been collected that can then be recycled and made into the other plastic. Avoid throwing plastics. To avoid this, more urban containers will be necessary, but specifically plastic, so that people don't throw them into organic garbage container. Another way to prevent people from throwing it away is to get them to think about all the problems that misuse of waste plastic can cause, and that will require more meeting to discuss this topic. Reduce plastic consumption. We can avoid consuming it so much or use plastic that are usable, so that when people use them, they not throw them on the ground and have to take it with them to able to use it again another day.
Therefore, here are some very simple tips to start living with less plastic. Change the plastic bag for reusable ones, cards or baskets. Do not use plastic cups, plates, and silverware. It's better to bring your own utensils. There are a wide variety of steel straw and other materials. Always carry one with you and do not use plastic one. Storing and/or heating food in plastic lids for a lifetime can be poisoning you, since heating the plastic releases toxic substances. Replace them with stainless steel or glass. Avoid the use of cosmetics that have microplastic in their composition. Drink tap water, not bottled water. Try to get fresh milk in returnable containers. It's better not to eat canned food. Also avoid plastic toys, say no to disposable razors, try to get hygiene and personal care products that are not packaged in plastic and do not contain microplastic in their composition. Avoid cleaning products packaged in plastics.
Apart from the steps, there are other measures that can be taken, just like the ocean cleanup. The Ocean Cleanup is a non-profit organization developing advanced technologies to rid the ocean of plastic. To achieve this objective, this company has decided to ship-like devices that are currently cleaning up the ocean and river of our planet. The ocean cleanup system, the one used in the ocean to remove plastic, consists of a long floater that sits at the surface of the water and skirt that can be naked. The floater provides buoyancy to the entire system, while the skirt prevents debris from escaping underneath and lets it into the retention system, where the plastic can be recovered. There's also another system currently used in the river to extract more plastic. This one is called the Interceptor and consists of a 100% solar-powered ships that extract plastics autonomously, and it can operate in the majority of the world's most polluting rivers.
IBM and the concept of recycling. Another measure is the one by IBM. IBM has revolutionized the concept of recycling. The company has created a prototype that makes it possible for the most difficult waste to be converted into reusable materials. In this way, the multinational joins the Alliance to End Plastic Waste, a non-profit organization that brings together the agents involved in the plastic value chain to combat the global waste challenge. IBM is working on developing a solution for recycling. Given this, they invented a pressure reactor called Volcat. This machine separates materials and reduces polyester, which gives the opportunity to manufacture new plastic products. Volcat is expected to serve to eliminate all items that are difficult to recycle, such as clothing carpets, shoes, plastic containers, among others. If implemented commercially, you can achieve the following benefits: decreased need for virgin plastic, lower greenhouse gas emissions. And that's all. Thank you for watching.
Okay, so this is our presentation. And now next is Romania.
Yes, thank you very much. I am here. Rodica Constantin is our director. It's with us. And we have the representative student here, Paul Galan. He will present
So hi, my name is Paul. I'm 14 and I'm in 7th grade. Today I have a little bit of a problem with the Google Meets. My camera doesn't want to work, but I will present you like this, if it's okay. So I have a presentation about recycling in like paper recycling and plastic recycling. Some videos about how paper and plastic is recycling and some examples of decorative things made from recycled materials. I will start now. Recycling. Recycling is the process of converting waste materials into new materials and objects. Recycling has been a common practice for most of human history. For example, paper recycling was first recorded in 1031 when Japanese shops sold repelled paper. Paper recycling is the process by which waste of paper is turned into new paper products. Because paper fiber contains carbon, originally absorbed by the tree from which it was produced, recycling keeps the carbon locked up for longer and out of the atmosphere. Here I have some examples of decorative things made from recycled paper. This is like a, how to tell? This is like a picture you put on walls. This is a guitar. We have here a bowl and kind of a vase for flowers. Here I have a video about how paper is recycled and the process of its recycling. I think I should mute myself right now because I don't think that you could hear it. Okay, now I will continue with my presentation. Plastic recycling, the process of recovering scrap or waste plastic and reprocessing the material into useful products. Here we have some examples of decorative things made from recycled plastic. We can see here some flowers, some butterflies, another flower, and a bottle of plastic with some designs. Other examples of decorative things. We can see a flower made from cardboard and some ideas of flower pots. Here we have a leaf made of paper, flower pot again. Here we have a person made from a face person made from plastic straws. And I have another video, and that's the end. It's about plastic and how it is recycled by someone, and he sells then some objects made from the plastic. And I think that's all. I hope you enjoyed my presentation and thank you for your attention.
Thank you very much, and thank you for your attention.
Thank you very much. It's been very nice. Now the next presentation is for Poland.
Hello, I'm Kasia. I'm from Poland, and today there are two girls with me, Julka and Victoria. They are going to talk about, well, rubbish, of course. And our town is called Garwolin, and this is quite important to remember the name because you will get some information about rubbish problem in our own town, apart from global problems with waste. So, Julka and Victoria, here's to you.
Hello, I'm Victoria, and me and my friend Julia prepared a presentation about waste. So let's start.
Type of waste. There are different types of garbage. Waste, for example, computer, keyboard, camera, paper, plastic, glass, metal, organic, for example, fruit and vegetables.
Breakdown of garbage. Industrial waste constitutes about 91% of waste generated in our country. Industrial waste is related to human activities on the premises of an industrial plant. Municipal waste is waste related to non-industrial human activity generated in households. Household waste, with the exception of hazardous waste, is also classified as municipal waste.
Industrial waste in Poland. In 2019, a total of 114 million tons of industrial waste was generated in Poland, 1% less than a year earlier, meaning encouraging industrial processing, production and supply of electricity, gas, steam, water, hot water, and other sections.
Municipal waste in Poland. 332 kilograms of rubbish per capita. The total mass of municipal waste in 2019 was 20.8 million tons. This is 2.1% more than in the previous year. Calculated per capita, it is on average 332 kilograms of rubbish, 7 kilograms more than in 2018. About 11 million tons of rubbish was collected from households alone.
Waste in Europe. Between 2005 and 2018, the average amount of municipal waste per capita described in the European Union. However, trends vary from country to country. Per capita, the greatest amounts of waste are generated in Denmark, Malta, Cyprus, and Germany, and the least in Hungary, the Czech Republic, Poland, and Romania. Most often, richer countries produce more waste per capita.
Garbage in Garwolin. We live here. A statistical inhabitant of Garwolin produces about 6 kilograms of waste per week. That means almost a kilogram of garbage a day. In 2020, about 5 tons of rubbish were collected and managed from the city, for which over 6.2 million zloty was paid.
Interview with eco-leader. We talk with the eco-leader company. This company takes away litter from Garvolin. A woman who works for this company told us about the annual increase in the amount of rubbish. Moreover, most of them are not segregated. According to the eco-leader data, we produce the most mixed rubbish.
Problems with segregation of waste in Garvolin. There are reports that residents of specific block of flats or single-family houses do not properly segregate rubbish. This is especially true for bio-waste. Bio-waste is actually thrown into brown bio-containers, but most often in plastic bags, pouches, or plastic containers. As a result, such garbage is classified as mixed waste as contaminated with plastic cannot be composted.
Plastic bags, even those called biodegradable of plastic buckets, should go to the yellow container for metals and plastic. Another example of poor segregation are electronics, which are thrown into segregated waste containers. Residents should deliver them to a special company. The rules of waste segregation are not easy and obvious for everyone.
Problems with segregation of waste in the world. A study published in the journal Science Advance shows that humans produce 8.3 million tons of plastic, of which as much as 6.3 million tons became waste. Only 9% of plastic waste was recycled, while the majority ended up in landfills, forests, rivers, and oceans. To show the problem, compare it with the so-called Great Pacific Garbage Path, made of almost 100% plastic. It covers an area of approximately 1.6 million square kilometers. There are more of these types of stains. This, among other things, increases the problems of microplastics. Their tiny particles end up in the seas and oceans and then into living organisms.
Why is worth segregating rubbish? Reduce the amount of litter that pollutes waters, beaches, and the entire environment, reducing the use of natural recyclers as more and more products are returned to customers after recycling, lowering the cost associated with landfills, better quality of life. Recyclable raw materials are sourced and returned to customers. People environment awareness is growing. Less waste also means better living conditions for plants and animals.
A guide on how to reduce waste production and use it.
Paper. How much paper do we use on average? In the world, person use 55 kilograms per week. In the Europe, a person use 147 kilograms per year. In the Poland, person use 143 kilograms per year.
How to reduce paper consumption. Don't print if you don't have to. Print on both sides, use a smaller font or printer several pages on one sheet. Deal with official matters online. Send bills and invoices in the electronic version and pay them online. Read books and newspapers in electronic version.
Send emails, photo, and text inside of travel cards. Collect waste paper. Do not take leaflets in the street and ask not to put them in mailboxes. Use print pages, old notebooks, and calendar to make notes. Use cotton clothes inside of paper towels in the kitchen, and when cleaning, use packing multiple times.
How to use the collected paper. Write your shopping list on the back of the receipt. Make home decorations. Make paper Christmas tree decorations.
Bio-waste.
How to use bio-waste. Coffee grounds you can use as wraps and odor neutralizers. Tea bag you can use as remedy of swollen eyes, fertilizer for flowers, odor neutralizers from the cat litter box, and bath lotions.
Orange peel. You can use as addition to dessert, winter tea, air freshener, bird feeder, eggshell. You can use as face mask, mosquito bit, remotely stain remover.
Plastic.
How to reduce plastic consumption? Carry your own shopping bags instead of bottled water. Use tap water and filter it.
Pack the food in your own packaging. Give up ready meals, takeaway, and dietary catering.
Make your own cleaning products. Buy cosmetic in cups.
Carry your own cutlery. Do not disposable straws.
Refill exciting packages. Give up plastic cotton buds.
Pack fruit and vegetables in reusable bags instead of plastic bags. Avoid buying clothes made of polyester and other plastics.
How to use your own plastics?
Lamps made of plastic bottles.
Jewelry containers.
Flowers vases.
How does our city deal with used cups?
The cups are sold and the funds are deposited into America's account on the foundation. With this money, we finance, among other, private rehabilitation, stays, and buys of equipment necessary.
This is the end. Thanks for your attention.
Thank you very much. This is all from Poland. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your presentation. And now to end, we have the Italian team. Thank you very much.
Okay. Our headmaster says hello to all of you, and she apologizes to you because she is now taking part in a video conference about the General Carlo Alberto Dalla Chiesa, to whom our school is named. So it's very important, and she says hello. Now Giuseppe Mauro, our student, is presenting you something about PowerPoint about recycling. In the first part, was what our students think about recycling, while in the second part, what our students did have done concretely in a very original way with their own hands. There are some pictures about it. So let's see this presentation, and Giuseppe Mauro can start.
I am Giuseppe, year of the school Carlo Alberto Dalla Chiesa. Now we are talking about recycling. Over the years, the enormous production of plastic has created a serious problem for humanity because it is the synthetic product with the longest shelf life that only degrades completely in hundreds of years. It is therefore logical that if not burned or recycled correctly, it ends up in the environment, favoring the alteration of ecosystems that are too delicate. Every minute, the equivalent of a truck full of plastic ends up in the oceans, killing turtles, birds, fish, whales, and dolphins, all the way to our dishes. Plastic is literally invading the sea in the absence of ambitious laws and responsible corporate behavior, which still continue to flood us with disposable product, even if we know that recycling alone is not enough. To defend a common and precious good such as the sea, a source of life to extraordinary animals and local communities, a reduction in the sale and the production of disposable plastic by the large multinationals of food and bearing is necessary together with a strict regulation of the sector. Change is inevitable nowadays, especially if we want to keep our planet healthy. It would be enough to produce less and reuse more. Separate collection is inevitable, and at school we have achieved energy saving. Pro energy saving against paper wastes at school. A survey and an investigation operated by a group of students. For our investigation, we have considered two main wastes in our school: electricity, paper. We know that there is no concern about saving in our school, but we are going to make a survey to find out where the waste is, mainly how big it is, and how we can contribute to encourage saving. Two groups are operating on electricity and on paper. We are checked all classrooms in each floor. Number of windows, number of lights, working shutters. We have also tried to reuse the plastic wastes we produce at school, and with the caps of water bottles we have created games like checkers. With the bottoms on the bottles of the other ends, we have created flowers to decorate some bookcases or object holders to empty the pockets of small objects. Thank you for your attention.
Okay, so thank you very much. It's been a pleasure to watch and listen to all your presentations. And it's time to say goodbye. Hope everybody is fine and you have a lovely time until we can meet again. Hopefully in person.
Okay, bye. See you next.
Thanks.
Bye.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Bye bye.
Bye.
Thanks.